You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
What were you saying?
Can you see the box?
Can you see the white plug? He said on that.
We're good.
On the table.
It's all good. Don't worry. I got it all
Just
covered.
asking a question, bitch.
I got
What's
it
up,
all
Brycey?
covered.
Boo is home for a couple of days. Nice to have you here, buddy.
Podcast didn't start yet.
It did start.
We're on, Bryce.
Oh, okay.
Nice to have.
Welcome, Bryce.
Good. Love having you here, buddy.
We got Bryce in studio because he came home for the weekend and we're like, when in Rome, join us.
Why not?
Because we call our house Rome.
I'm also the funniest, so be prepared for a great episode.
Sure. Arguably our worst episode is the last one you were on. So
That was your fault.
suck it, bitch.
That was 100%.
It was 100% my fault. I take responsibility for it.
All right. Good. I like the fact that you're on it. Well, I'm glad you're here, Brycey Boo.
We're like sharing one armrest.
Because now we can see each other.
Great. No, do not man spread on my fucking armrest, bitch. All right, go ahead. I'm back.
Where'd you go?
I was. Oh boy,
He's
here
back.
we go. All righty.
So I guess I want to start the show by saying that we officially have a Patreon page that is out, and for those that don't know what that is,
Like me.
right? If you go to patreon.com, the links will be in all our info.
One finger for a moment. Dude, you're really going to town on those nails, huh?
All right.
Going.
I'm in the middle of plugging our shit and you're talking about.
All right.
Our Patreon page will be up on our links and everything. And on the Patreon, you'll be able to get... So I compile a list each week of topics that we want to get to. So like for today's episode, I have about 11 things on this list.
We will not get to 10.
We'll get to like 2 of them. That's the problem. So we were like, we just have more shit that we want to talk about, and things go so quickly that there's certain topics that we don't get to, and then it becomes too late because they're out of the news cycle. And then we wanted to start something where we can do more than the hour-long episode that we do.
And there's also people that are our followers and listeners that have given us topics and questions that they want us to discuss further that we can't get to all of them just in a regular viewing hour and 10-minute podcast.
So what we wanted to do is start this Patreon where for $5 a month, if you subscribe on the Patreon, you get an extra episode a week. So instead of 1 hour of us, you get 2 hours of us, which I don't know who in their right mind would ever want that. But hey,
Idiots.
All of this shit.
Idiots.
Of course you do.
it's there. So
Wait, and aren't we? You said we're going to do very Zoom with all our people that.
well, yeah. So $5 a month will get you. We don't know exactly.
We
the
don't know. We're
details
just
of it,
talking,
but
thinking
we're
out
just
loud.
figuring out like what we want to do, and you guys are all along for the ride of figuring it out with us, which is fun.
Right, and for $1.99 a minute, you can have sex talk with Bryce.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of money. It's 120. That's $120 an hour.
You're gonna keep someone on the phone for an hour talking to them with sex.
Bryce? What would
Easily.
you do? Give us an example.
Yeah,
Bryce.
come on.
I want to hear it.
Bryce, give us a trailer.
Wait.
Give us a teaser trailer.
Wait. I'm gonna pay for 6 minutes right now, mate. $12 for 6 minutes. I want to do it. Do
Not
something.
gonna do this.
Come on. Hi, who am I speaking with?
Nope.
Do people still do that? Like call like sex lines?
Whatever.
Because why would you do that when OnlyFans exists or when?
I think it's more of just like a different kind of kink.
Just
Like people
audio.
Kink. Here we go. We're doing the kink thing.
Well, people can go
not
online.
talking
and-
about kinks.
We do have to get to some of our issues, though, so let's get to them. No, seriously, I'm trying to
talking.
think because we go ahead. Never mind, Bryce. $1.99 a minute, Bryce.
So on the Patreon, we're gonna be putting out a second episode every week. This week is a really cool one. We did a whole mommy issues episode, and so Mom was on the podcast.
It was a good issue. I mean, a good podcast.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And so that's going to be the first one out on the Patreon. So if you want to hear
And
mom's takes on
meet
certain
your mom,
things, right, and
my
meet
wife.
your wife.
Yep.
My mom.
Not your mom.
Our mom.
Hey, Bryce, when did you get here? No, thank you. I'm gonna
so
weird
yeah,
angle for you.
Yeah, don't like touch me.
What's up, Brycey boo? I love this kid. All right, go ahead. Should I straighten my chair out? It's too late.
Do whatever you want to do.
Go ahead.
We officially crossed over 100,000 followers on TikTok, which was
Huge.
cool. I don't know
big
why, but
accomplishment.
it happened. Yeah.
And the podcast on YouTube is doing very well also.
It's doing well. We're enjoying ourselves.
What's it, 1,500 subscribers? something like that.
Yeah. Who knows? It's growing, but we're just
Having fun.
still doing what we're doing, you know?
And we keep the comments coming. We love all the comments, don't we? We love them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the meat of it.
What's the meat of it?
I don't know. What are some issues you have?
Well, it's my birthday right now.
That's right. Happy birthday, Bron. Hey, 25.
Oh, no, the wrong button.
It's
Whatever.
this one.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're too kind.
We went out for his birthday last night, and I would say I was probably the most drunk I've ever seen Bronsen ever.
Seriously. Seriously.
I mean, it was still maybe 3
Right.
beers.
Like I remember
but-
everything. Like I wasn't so drunk where I didn't feel hungover or anything.
No, but like he looked at me at the bar and he said, "We should go home."
Show me how to look at shit. How do you look at you?
What do you stop with
Yeah,
this?
why
Just
you-
face Bronsen. Just face Bronsen. Don't talk to me.
Good.
But it was the drunkest I've ever seen him.
Really?
Well, because on your birthday, everyone's buying me shit. So then,
So you were eating shit or drinking shot?
Good.
Drinking, having shots.
good one.
Okay, yeah.
It was a good night though. It was a lot of fun.
They liked it.
Okay, you have no control. Do not touch this board. This
I
is
bought
my
it.
board.
I own it. It ain't your fucking board. I own it. Go on.
All right, so then you do it from now on. I won't
Okay.
touch any of the buttons.
Okay,
We'll see
no
how
problem.
it goes.
So we're gonna, okay. Go ahead.
It's my birthday.
And I'll cry if I want to.
Cry if I want to.
You
would cry too if it happened. Okay. Do you?
Oh God.
And the podcast.
Yeah. All right.
No more Patreon.
We're dissolving everything.
Pulling subscribers.
I all day today, and it's so nice that like people have been texting me happy birthday and whatever, but I don't like it. Like it's so nice that people do it, but something about it to me, I'm like, maybe just having to. I don't know. I don't know what the issue
I
is.
just think you're a closet liker.
I agree.
Right? I think he's like he's projecting. I don't really like it. No, stop. No.
I don't think he's one of those people who's it's my birthday month, something like that. But I think you like your birthday, but you want your low balling.
I don't like when mom is like, "What do you want to do for dinner?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't care. I don't like having to."
But you said you're pumped to go to steakhouse tonight.
Well, that sounds nice, but then mom's like, "Do you want to change and go to Miami or stay here?" And I'm
Because
like,
she
"I don't
loves
care."
you, wants to make it
I know,
about
but I'm
you.
like, whatever. But I guess that's what I don't.
Float your boat.
I don't really like when it's like all about me.
Okay.
And I know you think I'm a closeted in that. When have I? Do I ever make
Closet
things
a
about
lot
it?
of things.
Oh, good
Now,
one.
now it's time for him to come out. Okay.
That's what that means.
I knew it. That's why I was saying that. Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so enough birthday talk, I guess. Screw you guys.
What would you like to talk about the birthday? What more would you like to talk about it?
Nothing.
You don't want. You said you don't like birthdays.
Okay.
What's with the
You
face?
two look so similar right now. Like, and you're both looking at me in the same.
I get that
face.
a lot.
You're both looking at me like with the exact same face, and it's really like intimidating. Not intimidating. It's just like, what do I do with this? What do I do with you two?
It must suck to be the third best looking in the family. Actually, fourth.
You're the third best looking in the family, though. You just said?
he's saying
It's directly in this
Right
order.
here.
It's
I'm-
directly
it's this
from.
loops around.
I think if you're watching, it'd be from left to right.
you know, it's middle that way.
a middle of that way.
I'm 100% the best looking in the family.
Okay.
Okay, so big news this week or last week, but we didn't have it. It happened after our last show.
What? Trump lost the election.
What?
Joking. We're safe so far behind.
Chris Harrison left The Bachelor.
Terrible.
What?
Did you hear this?
Oh, was this like a sex scandal thing?
No, this is so fucked up. Wait, this shows you how fucked up things are. Go ahead, Brian. Explain the story.
So Chris Harrison is really at this point in The Bachelor. He's the only reason to watch.
Wait. Do it.
Do it. Oh, Chris's spiel.
Oh wait, I'm the Bachelor. Do it.
Okay. Ladies, John, this is the final rose tonight. When you're ready.
No, that was so cringy.
I should be the new Chris Harrison.
It was fucking great, and we will never see that again because you know it's going to be like I guarantee.
Well, it's not going to be a white guy. It's either going to be a female or a black
It's
person.
a black woman, guaranteed.
He makes something what like $15,000
I think
word.
I think he
like
makes
that?
75,000 an appearance on the show.
And he appears 4 times,
Three
an episode,
times an
something like
episode.
that. And he says 2 sentences. It comes out to like a couple K.
Literally,
a word.
Some episodes
the
he'll
bet.
what I just said. That's what he'll do the whole episode.
No, he's got the best. He had the best job.
He had the best job.
But explain what happened.
So what happened was
so fucked up.
Rachel on the
Which
show
one's
this
that? I
season.
don't
The
watch this
Q one
season.
though, she's all right. So you don't know, Rachel.
You know, she's one of the front runners on the season.
Right.
Nice girl, just
Nice
seems like a
person,
normal, nice person. She
It's a
is
good
from
group of
Georgia,
girls, by the way.
It's a group,
just like normal
right.
people.
I think it's a nice group. They're attractive. They seem nice.
Just
they seem
nice and
fun.
normal,
They
right.
seem normal. There's been no drama on this season,
Except
which is
for the
good.
stupid queen.
that Victoria girl. Yeah,
She's still on?
No, there's
thank
like
God.
There's 4 girls left, Bryce.
Right, we're
Oh,
down
it's
to hometowns.
this
Hometowns.
weekend. Yeah.
Monday,
Hometowns is
tomorrow
tomorrow.
night.
I know what happens. I won't say anything.
Do not say a word.
You can
not
look
say
everything up on
anything.
Google. I
But,
do
what,
not
but you're an
look it
idiot.
up.
Why would you ever look
I do
something up like that?
at the beginning of every season. I look it up on
You're an
Google.
idiot.
That's so
Because the
stupid.
show's dumb. The show
is dumb.
No, then don't watch it.
I don't. That's why I look it up on
Okay.
Google. And then I have power over people.
It's especially dumb now that Chris Harrison's not on, because now why even watch? Okay, so what?
We will not watch anymore. We will not.
I
explain-
really only watched for Chris, to be
Explain
honest.
why Chris is not there anymore.
So Rachel, who's a front runner on this season, she was born and raised in Georgia and went to school in Georgia. And at when she was a freshman in college, her sorority that she was pledging or whatever did like an Old South party. And so they dressed up in like lady antebellum type dresses, and they did it on like a big old Southern mansion, like a plantation type house.
Yes, I know what kind of party you're talking about.
Right. So they did that, and people found that and like started releasing that 2 weeks ago. Found that picture and were like, cancel Rachel. Why is she on the
Could you
show?
imagine?
So then what happened was Chris Harrison went on Extra, which is now hosted by Rachel, the previous Bachelorette. Rachel Lindsay, the first black Bachelorette.
Whose
yeah,
dad we never met, who was a judge. That right? That one.
You met the dad.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we met the dad. Did we?
So she
Go on.
she hosts Extra. So Chris Harrison came on her show and defended white Rachel. I guess we'll call him white Rachel and black Rachel. Chris Harrison defended white Rachel. I'll play you what he said. Let's see if
Your thoughts about Rachel Kirkconnell and the allegations attached to her?
A couple of things. First and foremost, I don't know. I haven't talked to Rachel about it. And this is, again, where we all need to have a little grace, a little understanding, a little compassion, because I've seen some stuff online. Again, this judge, jury, executioner thing, where people are just tearing this girl's life apart and diving into like her parents voting record and what it's unbelievably alarming to watch.
Fucking
this.
Crazy.
I haven't heard Rachel speak on
I mean,
this
I can't hear anything.
until I actually hear this woman have a chance to speak. Who am I to say any of this? I saw a picture of her at a sorority party 5 years ago, and that's it. Like, boom, like, okay, well, this girl is in this book now, and she's now in this group. And I'm like, really? Okay, well, there goes.
Well, the picture was from 2018 at an Old South antebellum party. So I think, when you it's
When you
not,
hold that
that's
under
not a
the
good
lens.
look. It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good. Well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
Right.
It's
Right.
not a
Big
good look
difference.
ever because she's celebrating
Well-
the Old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I don't disagree with you. You're 100% right in 2021. That was not the case in 2018. Again, I'm not defending Rachel. I just know that, I don't know, 50 million people did that in 2018 between, it's like there were.
So, I mean,
He's on the money, by the
Can
way.
you give me a tiny bit of a rundown?
No, he's
basically saying
he's
that-
on the fucking money though.
who are we to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this girl?
Okay.
It was 5 years ago. She did something 5 years ago that
also
she's
not her
different
party.
now.
But he also said, Bryce, he also said that I haven't seen it. I haven't spoken to Rachel about it. Back when it was done in 2018, that's what they did. It was no big deal. But I haven't, he didn't make light of it. He didn't condone it. He didn't accept it. He just said, I haven't spoken to her. And who are we to act as judge, jury, and executioner? He was very politically correct, I think, and very eloquent and even in his statement.
And he was just like, who are we to say what's
right and wrong?
Right. So he did that, and it was very even keel.
Was he ousted? Or
So
did he
then,
Watch, listen.
that happened last week, and then on Saturday, he released a statement on Instagram saying, "By excusing historical racism, I defended it. I invoked the term woke police, which is unacceptable. I am ashamed over how uninformed I was. I was wrong. I've consulted with Warner Brothers and ABC and will be stepping aside for a period of time and will not join the After the Road Final Road special. Yeah, he probably doesn't. That was written for him. I bet he didn't write a word of that.
I hope he didn't.
I'm sure.
I hope he didn't.
He just released. That was released on his social media. He hasn't spoken. He hasn't been on camera saying anything.
He should not have fucking allowed that to be on his social media.
I'm sure it's in his contract that ABC can do whatever the hell they want with his social media.
Fucking ABC. I will never watch The Bachelor again. This will be my last episode.
He apologized for his treatment of the former Bachelorette Rachel in the interview.
Treatment. What the fuck? What fucking treatment? And she, whoa. Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking poor treatment? She jumped down his throat.
All he said was, I agree with you. I just don't know the situation. That's what he said.
She jumped down her throat, and only because she's fucking black.
Yeah,
that's a fucking joke.
Let me ask you this, Dad. Do you think that those parties should still exist, though?
Okay.
No. Besides the point, I'm just asking.
Different issue. I don't know what those parties are about. I have no idea. I don't know what it is.
At school, there was a Southern fraternity who used to do that. And last year they were told they're not allowed to do that anymore.
What is the purpose of the party?
A plantation, like an old plantation where they used to have slaves, now is renovated into these huge mega mansions in the middle of like
and it's like and you have a lot of property
and you literally have people come serve you, not as like slaves, but like people will come serve you a nice dinner and you dress up.
Serve you meaning like cater, not serve you.
No.
So there's a part. Wait, so it's a catered party. There's a catered party in a plantation home.
But it's white Southern people dress up in that garment of that time period.
Yes,
and it's reminiscent of that time period, which is weird because if we had a party and we rented out, like if we had a Southern party at our house and we all wore that kind of clothes, it's one thing, that doesn't matter. But when you do it, at a plantation, it's a very different situation.
Right, so Rachel asked in the interview, she said, if I were invited to that party, what would I come as? If Rachel went to the party, she would be in the context of that party, she would be a slave.
All right, so the party. Okay, let me explain something.
If this was historically accurate, yeah, but people probably wore sneakers. Doesn't mean
right, but that's what. So people are saying, why even have a party like that? Do you need to celebrate the old South?
But now they're not doing that, right? People are a little more sensitive because everybody's fucking thin skins and offended. So people are much more sensitive to that. And that's when I'm having parties.
We're not allowed to.
But what about parties that you kids have in college? What is what's it? You bring the two girls. What do you call it?
Or you'll have like whores and pimps or whatever.
What do you call it, bros?
Every party is like something hoes and something bros is basically.
Yeah, so bros like high five and then hoes are the girls and you bring two dates for whatever.
It's a strictly race thing, which is why it's such a big deal now. Nobody cares about any other topic at this point.
Black Rachel, announced that she won't be participating in the Bachelor franchise anymore.
Oh, really good for her. Really good. Wait. Is this the same fucking Black Rachel for the only way she became successful and has any value right now in the media is because of the fucking Bachelor, but now she shuns it?
Yeah.
She should fucking think about where she came from because in reality she'd be a fucking nobody right now other than where she was before she became
I also just, I don't, because so the Bachelor this year is black. So the girl who's being canceled for being a racist is in love with the black guy.
Correct, but she's racist.
On a show that half of the contestants were black.
And she's racist. Go figure that one out.
And the show's racist.
But she's racist. Go figure that one out.
I don't understand like what is racism anymore? Like there's no definition.
No, the definition is what people want to make you out to be. That's what it comes down to.
Because racism, the definition of it is like persecuting or hating or thinking less of someone based on the color of their skin.
And she's in love with him.
She's in love with a black man.
What's his name, Matt?
Yeah.
She's in love with him.
So how could she... Right, I don't understand.
Well, I think that's like how people say... There's the saying where other people say, oh, I'm not racist, I have black friends.
No, but how could...
You get what I'm saying?
She's in love with
but also I don't understand.
She's inherently not racist. She went to a party in college that was not a racist party. It was a Southern
party. By the way,
party.
Everybody has done stupid fucking things, and that doesn't make her racist because she went to a party when she's 18 years old. And number two is the fact is of the black Rachel now, who's now disassociating herself with the Bachelor. She's only where she is today because of the Bachelor. Let's be very clear. Mm-hmm. So she should kiss the Bachelor franchise nation thing and kiss their ass.
100%.
Third,
and also The Bachelor is on ABC, which is owned by Disney, which is one of the wokest, most politically correct companies.
Politically incorrect, I think.
No,
but I know what you're saying.
Right, but they're super woke. I mean, we're complaining about Disney on last week's
Gina
episode.
Carano, yep.
So it's like The Bachelorette is a Disney property.
It's a joke.
It's not
reality.
But it's also like The Bachelorette itself as a franchise is not racist. Why do you have to distance yourself from that franchise?
Well, because Black Rachel is now using her own platform for her own personal benefit and is now playing the game again, and it's bullshit. And I got to tell you something. It's so, the people, like the girl, White Rachel, who
calling them White Rachel and Black Rachel is definitely, people are not going to like that.
But there's all right. How else would you describe them?
They
don't know their last names.
Their last names are Lindsay and Kirkconnell or whatever. Okay. But also, we're not going to call them Rachel Kirkconnell.
I don't think anybody's going to give a shit. We call her White Rachel.
And if they do it in their life,
but we're calling her Black Rachel.
But my point is this,
right? Which is interesting.
Rachel, White Rachel. The fact that these people are looking into, like he said, they're looking at her parents, how they vote, whatever. That's their own fucking business. And by the way, if you don't like how they vote, that doesn't make you a racist. Like, get the fuck out. And you know it's the fucking lonely fucking person that's 14 fucking cats that has no fucking life, that can't get out. Like, get a fucking life.
No,
Leave
honestly,
alone.
it's not even the lonely person. It's probably like a 16-year-old who thinks they're doing good for the world.
No,
rather than like a 60-year-old.
You need to get a fucking life, these people. It's unfucking believable that this is even an issue we even have talking about. And this guy, for Chris, it's unbelievable. It's offensive.
You think this whole thing could just be a publicity stunt?
No. Nope.
Chris Harrison is the image of that show.
Yep.
I bet you he comes back, guaranteed.
No.
If he apologizes on national TV, I won't watch it.
He won't come back.
Even if he comes back, I will be so disappointed. It's like taking the fucking knee.
He won't come
back. You gotta play into that shit? Give me a break.
I don't understand anymore.
Bryce, you got to get that fucking cough jack. Seriously.
It's been years.
I know. It's worse than mine.
Also, it sounds horrible where people are listening to this with headphones and you're just coughing. It grosses me out. Oh,
that's a way worse noise than any cough.
Why did we have him on? What the hell?
I wanted to. I'm the dad with daddy issues now. It's the problem.
I'm just going to cut the video so it's just the two of us. I'm going to cut
you know where I got that from?
I don't want to talk about
I don't care about you cracking
your fingers.
No,
do you know where you got cracking fingers from? Everyone in the world does it.
I saw Bo Burnham live, and a stadium of 1,000 people. He said, "Everybody on three, crack your knuckles." And right when he walked out, and everybody cracked their knuckles, and it was the grossest thing I've ever heard. And he said, "No matter what I say, it'll sound a lot better than that shit."
That's funny.
So thank you.
But also, that's Bo Burnham.
Great story.
Yeah, he's great.
He is
funnier
good.
than Bo Burnham.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, that bothers me a lot. It's so bad. I hate that you find these fucking things and bring these things up. They anger me.
The problem now, so like when we first started the show, I talked a little bit about this last week, that when we first started the show, it was kind of half funny topics that were in the news and half this kind of shit that triggers you. I can't really find funny shit anymore in the news.
No,
it's
I
really
want to
hard.
fucking go to ABC and fucking speak to the head executive there or Disney, like you dumb fuck. Seriously.
Is Rachel still on the show?
The show was filmed 6 months ago, Bryce. So
right, it's 4 more episodes or 3 more episodes.
So she's still on, and no one's mentioned it.
She is crying because she's in love with Matt, has to compete against 3 other girls. She loves him,
but she's racist.
100% not fucking racist. Okay, now
and you can also be like, you can do something that's insensitive and be like, oh yeah, that was insensitive of me.
Of course, that's what we talk about. People do stupid things. No one's perfect. We're allowed to make mistakes and apologize and reflect. Say, I shouldn't have done that. Everyone that we talk about, everyone that judges on this stuff, even Black Rachel, and everyone watching us. There's no one here that is short, Bronsen, of not being perfect and not making mistakes. Say, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Or I regret doing that. Or I'm sorry I did that. Or I didn't mean to offend you. That's called fucking life. That's what human beings are. So when she starts getting there, and I get it, because Black Rachel wants it for news and to go ahead and start raising some concerns. But what would she go and represent? Give me a fucking break. I bet you fucking Black Rachel, when she was in college, she was invited to that party, she would have went to that fucking party in the same dress as White Rachel went. Guaranteed.
I think. Am I right? I also agree with you.
You know I'm right.
Agree with you.
Seriously, fucking
no. I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I would really be interested to talk to someone who hears of this story and is like, yes, this is exactly what should have happened.
I would love to hear that,
because it's just such a slippery slope. So like you want to ruin these people's lives for something that happened so long ago. I'd be genuinely interested in being like, why do you want that? a stranger that you
how it
don't
should have been
know.
handled, it was the easy solution. White Rachel comes out and says, "Hey, listen, I went to a party. I'm really sorry about it. I don't. No, I don't.
No.
Just listen. Hold on.
She should fucking apologize for the party she went to.
No,
when
she
in
should say,
college?
I don't agree with that party, but I went. It was 5 years ago. It doesn't
Why
matter.
should she apologize?
Well, what if she truly doesn't agree with it anymore?
What if she thinks that that's not good?
But why apologize to her? She doesn't apologize for them. She did nothing wrong back then. She might say, you know what? I could see why it's offensive today and so forth. I get it. But
I mean,
she's gonna
that's
apologize.
that is
Give me a
apologizing.
fucking break. That's not apologizing.
Okay, saying, I am sorry if you are offended by this. That's
Why
not my
should she
intention.
apologize for someone else being offended? That's their own fucking problem. She does not have to please everybody. She was 18 years old in fucking college, went to a party. She needs to give a shit about what everyone else thinks about her.
I agree, but if
Fuck that.
you're in the limelight, you kind of do.
No. The problem is, if you have a fucking problem with it and you're offended by it, then fucking don't watch The Bachelor. Plain and simple.
But
we
also
have to
then,
please
like-
everybody. It's enough already.
I'll be honest, I don't remember who wins. I looked it up months ago.
Do not say.
But it
anything.
would be really funny if she's the winner.
It would be.
That would be very funny.
I don't think she's the winner because
I don't remember,
things would have
but-
been like with all this scandal. I think that news would have come out if she was the winner.
She is in love.
Like if she was living with Matt James and engaged to a black man, and all through all this scandal, I think it would have come out that she won.
Bronsen,
True.
she's in love with a black guy. Okay, 110% she's not racist. And the people that are judging her, I guarantee you, had made negative comments about all different race and religion.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
And
hypocrites.
I bet they've made
They're all
plenty of
hypocrites.
negative comments about white people.
Yes.
Which
Whether
is
you're white or black,
racist.
they're all fucking racist. Everybody's racist to some degree. Like I said, everybody's biased. Everybody's a liar to some degree. You're fucking hypocrites and full of shit. Everybody makes mistakes. And when you don't fucking recognize it, you're full of shit.
Everybody says stuff negative towards any kind of person.
Of course. People are
in a
stupid.
serious or joking manner.
That's right.
It happens all the time.
All the time.
I hear friends. I say shitty things about white people because there's shitty things about white people.
Yeah.
All the time.
I make
How
fun of our
about
Jewish
dancing all the
people?
time.
We're
How
Jewish.
about
I say
just
shitty things about Jews
people?
all the time.
How about just people?
Well, there's
My point is, people are fucking full of shit and hypocrites.
Okay, do you want to stay triggered? Because no,
aggravated.
Do you want a
I'm
glass of water,
I'm
Dad?
starting, I'm starting to sweat my
there's
fat
a,
rolls,
There's
man.
a few things.
Fuck.
you and me keep going like this.
because that's now sticking to me. I'm like,
God.
There's a few things that have been
fucking
coming
hate
out
this stuff.
recently from the New York Times.
But wait, don't you agree with me? Seriously,
I agree with you.
Thank you.
I also so a lot of people like in the comments have been saying hilarious how we're just watching Bronsen get red pilled over the course of these episodes.
What's that mean?
True. It's true.
What's that mean?
Wait. I want to hear what you think it means.
We watched the documentary The Red Pill, remember?
Like steamrolled?
No. So in the Matrix,
what's that mean?
I
remember the red and the
in
blue
the Matrix
pill.
is the red and the blue pill. The blue pill is if you take the blue pill in the Matrix, you go back to sleep, you stay in the
Just
Matrix,
tell me what
and you're.
the red- okay.
I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm literally telling you.
Oh, you described it through the Matrix.
That's where it comes from, Dad.
I know
I'm
the
you said,
origin.
tell me what the red pill
Okay,
is. And I said, in the
okay.
Matrix, the red pill,
Okay.
that's what it is. So the blue pill is you can stay ignorant. You can stay asleep to what the true world and reality is. And you can live a nice, simple life and you're
That's the
ignorant.
blue pill.
That's if you take the blue pill. The red pill is you're choosing to see the world as it really is and seeing the negatives and the
reality.
The reality.
And what are people saying about you?
So that's a term now for when people, I mean, it's kind of been co-opted to mean like when people are becoming more conservative, they're being red pilled. I like to think of it as when you're being less ignorant, you're seeing the
wake up
reality
reality.
behind
Wake up and
things.
smell the fucking roses.
Right.
It's got a little bit of both to it,
Yes.
though.
But I don't think I'm becoming, I don't think I'm becoming a Republican.
Oh, so people
think I'm
think you're
becoming more-
turning more over to the
People
reality?
are like, oh, Bronson's just becoming more and more conservative
Like me? I
each
think-
episode.
I kind of think of it like there's four political
I got it.
parties
I
at this
understand.
point. There's Republicans, conservatives, Democrats, liberals, and then there's anti-both, which are like their own political
I'm anti-both.
party. No, like anti-liberal or anti-conservative, and that kind of places you in.
But also,
the opposite.
liberal and Democrat doesn't go hand in hand anymore,
That's
and
true.
a conservative and a Republican
That's
doesn't go
I
hand
agree,
in hand.
exactly right.
They,
That's
they
right.
are similar.
Like someone who's like I consider myself liberal, but not anything having to do with the Democratic Party. Like what the Democratic Party does is different than I'm liberal because I want people to be able to do what they want to do. That's a liberal idea.
So here's my thoughts on
but
you.
Democratic Party is different.
Here's my thoughts on you. I do not
The
think.
amount of coughs and throat clears.
Sorry, guys. I'm
Gross.
sorry.
We could do it like a compilation of just the noises and then end with a knuckle crack.
I'm sorry.
Just stand up and fart in the mic.
All right. You threw me off for a moment.
You were gonna.
I-
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I don't have coronavirus, don't worry.
Can we mute him when he does the cough?
Yeah, but how am I gonna?
Yeah, every time
I just gotta watch Bryce the whole time for him to cough. Oh shit! Oh, I missed it.
All right,
I missed yours. Damn it!
It's got real fucking hot here. Here's my thoughts on this, Bronsen. I think that because the more and more research you're doing on this podcast thing, and also seeing what's been going on with California and the news, it's so far absurd, all these things, that you're getting very discouraged and you're saying to yourself, this has got to stop because it's so far, I'm going to say it. What's wrong with it?
No, nothing. Sorry.
It's so far absurd and just makes no, what I want to say is not politically correct, retarded, okay, that it makes no sense. And I think you're getting discouraged, and being that you now see things for what they're really going on, you in your own mind be like, if I didn't agree with that, I would be fucking crazy because it makes no sense.
Well, I think it's just gotten too far. Like it's
Correct, it's too far.
It's been also. I've talked about this in many previous episodes that the evil and the shit that's going on behind the scenes is being exposed.
corrupt.
But it's being exposed clearly. Like you can't ignore it anymore. You can't ignore that the government lies. You can't ignore that the government is up to no good, that they're not your friend.
But where do you draw the line?
Well, who's saying you have to draw a line? We just have to acknowledge it and try to make a
But I
difference.
think that's why I've been.
But even the
But also
shit
a lot
you're
of people have been
reading,
exposed.
but even the shit you look up, you have to admit, like what you showed about Gina Carano, or like what's going on with Chris Harrison right now. Okay, you have to admit it's fucking comical because the people that are acting as Chris Harrison says, the judge, jury, and executioners, they're all hypocrites. They're full of shit, every one of them.
Yeah.
And we have to stop, just like you, who is. I'm not saying it's a negative. Be like, she should apologize and say, but no, there's no apology necessary. She didn't fucking kill somebody. She didn't murder somebody. She didn't rape anybody. People do stupid things. What about when people get drunk and they do stupid things? She went to parties, an 18-year-old girl, and as a freshman in college. Like, give me a fucking break. I guarantee you, every fucking person who sit there and judging her and fucking trying to shame her and find all this bullshit has done a lot worse. And that's my point. Live and let live. If you don't like it or agree with it, don't like it and don't agree with it. But you don't have to fucking shame somebody and oust them and just try to destroy their life, because that's fucking evil and mean.
Yeah.
We were today, I'll give you a perfect example. So we were today, so you were telling us, we were some people, I'm not going to mention who they are, and you went out last night for your birthday and you said the bouncer was a fucking dick. He had like a Napoleon complex, an asshole. He was rude. He was just a fucking
Well,
asshole.
I'm standing, there's a walkway.
Just took it way too seriously.
There's a walkway and I'm standing as close to the bar as I can because I just ordered
explain that
drinks.
it's
But I do
two
want to say,
bars.
once you give the scenario of what happened,
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my point of what I was saying.
Explain that it's like 2 bars with that skinny pathway.
All right, but can I just say my point, and then you can
Okay, I was trying to paint a picture and tell a funny story, but go, no, go.
No, I'd rather you do it. Go ahead. No, please go.
So there's the bar and I'm standing as close to the actual bar as I can, and there's a walkway behind me. So people are constantly walking through and my back is to them. I just bought drinks and I'm trying to pay for them.
On your own birthday, you buying drinks?
No, so a friend bought drinks.
I'm just seeing
But Corey bought the drinks. So we're trying to pay for them and the bouncer pushes me even closer into the
fucking
bar
kill him.
and he goes, you gotta move. You're in the way. And I go, hey man, I'm trying. I'm at the bar. I'm trying.
Hey, man.
And he gets in my face. He goes, you gotta move. Get the fuck out of here. And I go, I'm paying
Should
for
have called me. I would have come over. Motherfucker, I would have kicked his fucking ass.
Yeah, I'm going to call you.
He would have beat the shit out of you.
No, he wasn't that
shit.
big.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You must have been drunk because he was, you were drunk. He was 6'2".
We were looking at.
He was 6'2", 245.
was
Mark
my
my
eye line.
fucking words. I would destroy that motherfucker with my martial arts. You fucking kept 6'2".
My martial
You
arts.
also have no idea what he looks like, Dad.
First of all, if he's 6'2", 240, and I'm 6 feet, 205, with my fucking, I would fucking destroy the guy.
maybe he's a UFC fighter in his
I
spare
would
time.
fucking destroy the motherfucker.
Okay,
Mark
but so
my
so
words.
he says you got to keep moving, and I go, I'm trying to pay for the drinks. Do you not want me to pay? I'll leave if you don't want me to pay. What are you laughing?
I fucking mark my words. I'll beat his ass.
I don't sound like
You have
that.
no idea who he is.
Doesn't
Or
matter.
You actually don't even know what he looks like.
I don't care if he's handsome or ugly.
That's not what he's talking about.
I know. Okay.
So I go to the guy, I'm trying to pay, and he gets right in my face. He goes, "Don't fucking talk back to me. Are you fucking kidding me?"
Now. Let's end the podcast.
He goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I literally was like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to pay for drinks. I can't move. I literally can't move any closer." And he goes, "Do you want to fucking leave? Are you kidding me?" I go, "Hey, it's my birthday. I'm trying to buy drinks." And he goes,
Bronsen was getting aggressive. It was awesome.
I like it. Good for you. Give me a love it, man.
but I literally couldn't be any further out of the way than I was.
He said, "I don't give a fuck. It's your birthday."
But then, and then I think people like pulled me away from him.
I'm going back tonight. Show me the guy tonight.
I did.
And
Let's go back.
So then I told you and Mom that
And
story.
some other people.
And Mom goes,
No, and other people. Because the whole idea I was trying to say was we told other people, don't make it like it was Mom.
the whole, too late.
now.
I already did.
Okay, all right.
And Mom goes, "You should leave them a bad Yelp review."
Correct.
And I was like, "Why would I do that?
Right. We don't want to harm the business.
Why?" So I want to negatively affect this bar's business because the bouncer was mean to me.
Or
Like
an asshole or bad, whatever.
okay, so the bouncer was mean to me. Okay, the
Right.
place was still fine. Like why would I want to? Oh,
Right.
you burped now. Sorry. So now we have
And it was like
we have throat
it
clears.
was like a rivet.
We have knuckle cracks. We have throat clears. We have
guys heard
cough.
it?
We have burps.
Of course, which means the mic really
You
hurt.
literally you burped into the mic.
This is
How
what it
could you
sounded
not
like.
have heard it? Oh boy.
All right. So my point of the story was
Nobody cares.
when you go back to school, right?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Have you ever been in an actual fist fight where you're actually fighting, or you just get up to the point and then it dissolves?
Like,
itself?
like
Both of you.
2 fights in when I was younger, but fighting with martial arts, you fight.
I've never been in like
No, I'm talking about in a martial arts setting. I'm talking about a fight.
No, nothing major, like 2 mine, but nothing
yeah,
major.
I've been in like classic like pushing, shoving, couple punches
Right.
get thrown, but I've never been in like a full on
Like where it gets.
Well, hopefully it don't
somebody
last
gets
long. You
taken
don't want it to
down,
last
like
long.
like punching to the face, like breaking noses. No.
All right. So my point of what I want to try to say real quickly is that to ruin, if you don't like it or agree, just leave it. Don't harm people.
Yeah.
People are allowed to have different views. That's the whole point. Listen, Bronsen, I say this every time. The point of our podcast is just be honest with yourself. Speak whatever's on your mind. Don't be afraid. And people have to disagree. That's the beauty of the country we live in.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, you don't like it.
And also,
It's okay.
so like Rachel did this stupid thing in college. Let's say it offended you as a let's say it offended you, Dad.
Okay.
Let's say it offended you. Okay, so
It offended you.
Right, exactly.
You have to make it my fucking mission to go destroy the person.
you can even tweet out, "Wow, when Rachel was 18, she made a stupid mistake."
I get it, but why even do that? My
I know,
point is
no, because people have nothing-
because they're
gives a
fucking
shit?
pathetic and they have no fucking life and they got to do this because it makes them feel better about themselves. Stop fucking trying to harm people and better your own fucking life and stop with the labels.
If I found out that my favorite actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever.
well, Mel Gibson.
Well, that was another example. But if I found out,
we've been talking about the same topic for like 30
so we
minutes.
can change
All right, yeah, let's go. Sorry, Bryce.
let's go.
Yeah, screw you, Bryce. So the New York Times used to be like the main reputable, honest news source,
Objective.
right? That used to be, if something was in the New York Times, you knew it was completely legit.
Credibility. Now it's a big editorial.
It's unbelievable how much of a propaganda machine the New York Times is. It's really sad.
Yeah.
So there are 2 articles. Both these articles were published this week. And these are both New York Times articles. And it's unbelievable how blatantly obvious they are about their agenda.
Yep.
So this first one is titled, "Are Private Messaging Apps the Next Misinformation Hotspot? Telegram and Signal, the encrypted services that keep conversations confidential, are increasingly popular. Our tech columnists discuss how this can get ugly." So this article, I read through it. They're basically talking about how private conversations between 2 people using apps, so
Right.
Signal and Telegram. So like, you know how you use iMessage and you text people through your phone. These are texting apps, but it makes it so no one else can see what you're saying except
I love
you
it.
two.
I love it. It's the way it should be. Unfortunately, that's the way the world's
The
become.
New York Times is trying to get rid of that. The New York Times is literally saying information that we cannot see should not be allowed.
But isn't that parallel with? Isn't that
private messages should not be allowed? That's literally
Isn't that parallel to the whole theme of what's going on taking away your First Amendment rights?
right. No, it's so blatant.
It's the same fucking thing. It's exact same.
And then this one's even worse.
It's exact same fucking thing that they want to take away your freedoms and your First Amendment rights because they want to pick and choose what works for their fucking ideology and allow that to go on. For example, when I said the thing about Pelosi, that was taken down. But when I say the same thing about Trump, that's been up forever. The point is, if they pick and choose what they want, what works with their fucking platform, so it's not freedom of speech, it's nothing more than editorial or what supports their position. That's a problem.
This was published 2 days ago, this article. It's literally titled, "Don't Go Down the Rabbit Hole." And then the subline is, "Critical thinking, as we're taught to do it, isn't helping in the fight against misinformation." Do you realize how crazy that sentence is?
Well, it's just saying don't look too much into this because
no, they're saying don't think for yourself.
Right, don't think. That's what they're saying.
They're saying don't think for yourself.
They're right.
And then the article goes on to talk about how you can't trust new media sources and like independent journalists, and you can only listen to the legacy media corporations.
It's like desperate at this point.
No, it's not. It's
no,
scary.
but it sounds like they're like, we can't let other people get away from us. Like we need, like come back.
I think Bryce is right.
Okay.
Like the fact. So for hundreds of years, we've known that there have been people. No, but for hundreds of years, we've known there were people that are in power and they pull strings. But they've always been hiding behind the curtain, right? Like a couple episodes ago was called Pulling Back the Curtain, and we were talking about that stuff. Now I think Bryce is right. Like they're getting desperate, so it's becoming exposed.
Because social media is giving many other avenues.
They don't want people to be this is actually what's going on. That's what I understood though. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Listen to us. Don't think for yourself. I understood it as don't look too much into all this shit because you might find out things that we don't want you to know. Stick with us. We'll tell you all you need to know, and it's exactly what we want you to know.
Right, and that's
a lot. Terrible. There's a lot in there. There's a lot I agree with. There's some stuff I don't agree with. But I think the fact that there's so many other different avenues of social media and news coming out and other platforms and quasi checks and balances that sort of to show this propaganda bullshit. The New York Times, whether it's CNN and all these other places say, just like you said, listen to us, don't search any further. We're the real deal, we're the real news. And they want this way, they have their ideology and they could force feed it down your throat like a fucking cult. And I think that's what's going on.
It really, I don't know how we get out of this.
You know how you get out of it? You get out of, like I say, people have to fucking stand up and speak their mind and not be worried about what's political or worried about what's offending somebody else. It's okay to offend people. There's nothing wrong with adversity builds strength and character. It is okay to offend people. It's okay to be offended. Okay, words are not harmful in that regard. If it incites riot and threatens your life, different story. It's not protected speech. But people are allowed to say what they want to say, and if you don't like it, don't listen, don't be friends with them, don't hang out with them. Or if you don't like it anymore, then you should be able to speak up and be tough. Become tough for yourself. We have to stop playing to the fucking wimpy pussy people that are afraid of having their feelings hurt because that's what we're going to model our behavior after. I'm sorry.
Wimpy pussy people is that sounds like a band name.
I'll give you an example. So years and years ago, when we got our little dog, remember we got Charlie, and he was maybe at that point like fucking 3 pounds.
He's got like a day left on his life.
Charlie's almost 16 years old, but Charlie was a little dog, fucking tiny dog, and our neighbor, the mother was a fucking absurd, and our kid was like this fucking pussy kid and wimpy kid, whatever.
They might be listening to this.
Listen. And I remember I'm sitting there, our adjacent neighbor. No, they did a fucking disservice for this kid. He's like a pussy.
Oh God, they definitely listened to this.
No, listen. So what happened was, well, that doesn't matter. So we're sitting there.
Right, it's all speaking the truth. Go on.
It's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
So we go ahead. I'm sitting there, and the dog might be 8 weeks old, and he's maybe 3 pounds. Am I telling you?
Yeah, he can fit in the palm of your hand.
Literally, my Great Dane shits are bigger than the fucking dog was.
He's
at that
a
point.
teacup.
He was supposed to be a teacup. We overpaid, and he's like 30-pound fat fuck now. Because he's on the cover of Cosmopolitan. So what happened is
callback. There you go. Look at that callback.
Thank you. Because the obesity is beautiful. So what happened was so we go ahead
and healthy.
Oh, and well, that's the most important thing.
Just tell the story. Yeah. Just tell the
story. So I say to the kid, I forget you remember what his name was?
Don't say it.
No one knows the fucking people.
Just don't. Let's
say his name is Bob.
Okay.
So the kid's name is Bob.
I'm not going to say the name.
You remember the name?
Yes.
So he's afraid to pet the dog. He's afraid to pet the fucking dog. And the mother wouldn't let him pet the dog.
Zach is who I'm thinking of.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
No, not
but
big
why-
Zach, the little Zach.
No, little
Yeah.
Zach.
Little
Now
Zach.
you-
Now they even
keep
know
getting
it's more and more.
scripted.
Listen, so the mother, and the nice people, the mother wouldn't let him pet the dog. Right? So I said, pet the dog. And I made him pet the fucking dog. The dog was 3 pounds and the kid was like this fucking wimpy kid. And then
I thought you were initially telling the story of I'm not going to name who it was when they dropped Charlie.
Yes, that's what I thought.
That's
and
what
then
I thought you were
and then I
going.
realized what he said.
Yeah.
that was an accident. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the fact that we are, rather than making our kids better and overcome their fears and their anxieties and their issues, she said, don't pet the dog. Like, what could a 3 pound, 2.5 pound fucking dog do to you? So she's like, no, it's okay. Go, no. And I said, pet the dog.
This is what we talked about with the conversation with the mom. In the bonus episode, we talked about
Yes.
that parenting has changed so much, and your generation of parents, there's no free play. You guys are too helicopter overbearing.
Right. So
that's exactly what that is.
So I said, so my point is, we need to stop being worried about offending people and teach the people that feel they're offended. Ask them, why are you offended? Why don't you feel better about yourself? Why do you care what some stranger says or thinks about you?
Also, I think it's beneficial to one's character to be offended at sometimes.
But think about
To be
Bronsen.
hurt, to be like, oh my God, that person doesn't like me just because of who I am. Okay, I think that's beneficial to character.
Okay, that's the adversity I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever
If
the fact
everybody
pattern.
doesn't like you, there's a reason. Fix it.
But we're not talking about everybody.
Right.
I'm saying if
But
someone,
I'm saying that's what teaches you.
right? For example, if someone that you don't know doesn't like you, Bronsen or Bryce, do you really give a shit? I couldn't give a fuck for someone. Now, if you want to judge me without knowing me, you don't like me, fuck you. Who gives a shit? If you know me, now I could offend people, I get it, but I'm not looking to purposely offend. But the point is, we need to create stronger people. We need to create people that feel more comfortable and better about themselves. And if they don't, then we got to find out why. But bringing people down to them so we make them, it's okay, it'll all be fine. That shit's not working. That does not
No,
fucking
clearly
work.
it's not. I think we're also like so far gone. Like our society is
I
so
don't
wimpy and bad that I think, how do we get out of
That's
it?
kind of
You
what
know?
I wanted to say. Was like, I'm hoping politically and socially that there's kind of this pendulum effect, and like this, or really soon, we're at as far left as we possibly could go. Something happens.
Oh, we're certainly not even close.
I don't know.
Not even close.
Okay, then maybe
Which
we're
is
not.
scary
but
as shit,
hopefully-
right? That's the scary
Hopefully,
point.
it then swings back, and
People
then
are just
eventually we find
people
some
are
good media.
bad. Like at that. This is why I always go back to that. We don't need a giant government. People are bad at working together in large groups.
It's even worse than the government right now. I don't want to go into government conversation, but it's even bigger problems than I think.
But like, even if it goes
People
back,
have power.
eventually, it's impossible to live in a utopia. That's why utopia doesn't exist. Humans suck. Like, we are not good
Elon
beings.
Musk.
I don't agree with that.
Elon Musk.
in large groups. What government, what large government in the world has been, or society has been great? None.
Well, listen.
Not a single one. They've all been negative consequences on the earth and humans' lives.
Elon Musk said it, in my mind, perfectly. He said, imagine you're playing soccer. You have 2 teams of 11, whatever. That's the population. That's human population, or the American population. You need referees. The referees are the government. But once you have more referees than players, that's a problem. Once
the referees are also participating in the game.
Once referees start becoming players or choose sides, that's the problem. But you can't have a soccer game without having 2 or 3 referees, just to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And that's what government
I don't want to spend an hour on this. I agree.
No, but
I do
it was
agree
an
with you, by the
interesting
way.
way put.
But I do
It was
agree.
interestingly put.
I 100% agree with you.
It's not me. It was Elon Musk.
No, but I
but
agree
yeah.
with that. We need some sort of referee
Yes.
and whatever. The problem is no one knows what the true solution is to this
There
problem.
isn't. There isn't.
Okay, but I don't want to also be defeated. I'm not going to fucking live my life, which is great. We live in fucking the best. I think the best country of all the countries. We're free. There's still opportunity. There's still capitalism, and I know there's problems, but I'm not fucking just going to give up. I think that everybody can make a difference, and it's as simple as this. Remember, it's a great story. I'll never forget this. When I was coaching Burke soccer, he might have been 7 or 8 years old. I'm sorry, flag football. And when we were out west, and he wanted to jump up a little chain. We parked. Do you remember the story?
I remember that.
Okay, and I'm like, Burke, don't do it. We were running late to the football field. Okay,
It was so perfect.
It's so fucking perfect. And it might have been like a foot off the ground. It was like a little chain that, whatever.
It was like to make sure cars don't go
just so
through.
cars don't go to the grass. And we're running late. And I go, Burke, don't. He goes, I'm going to do it. And because we were like 5 minutes late to the game, and he jumps over, and of course, what fucking happens?
It all happened so quick.
He fucking falls and scrapes his knee and starts crying.
No, he
No, he
ate
got-
shit. His
what?
foot caught the chain and he.
All right, but anyway, he went down.
Concrete.
But he went down and he fucking scraped his knee, did he not?
Yeah.
So he's crying. So I could have sat there and coddled him and made 20-minute conversation with him. And what I say, I go, Burke, here's the deal. I go, stop crying. You scraped your knee. Two choices. We go play the football game, or I take you to hospital.
And that's also like you made the choice to do that.
Right. And I looked at him. He knew, but he's still 7 years old. I said to him, or 8 years old. I said, two choices. We go play the football game. He goes, I'm in pain. My ear. I go, well, there's two. Then I take you to hospital. And what happened? He got up. He wiped his fucking knee, wiped the tears, and went and played the fucking flag football.
Remember when you dropped the bowling ball on my foot?
Wait.
And now he's in the NFL.
No. And
Success.
excuse me, do we not go 26-0? That's that flag football.
It was seventh
Doesn't
grade
matter.
or
Doesn't matter.
7-year-old flag
7-year-old
football.
flag
Doesn't matter.
football.
But the point what I'm trying to get at is,
And what coaching did you do that really helped them?
It was Marty.
oh fuck you guys, that's bullshit. Number one.
Tell me the rules of football.
But secondly,
What's the goal of football?
unbelievable.
You told me the goal of football.
I don't know, but I also don't go around saying I'm a coach.
Okay, the point of the story. First of all, I coached all you guys flag football
Coach
and
Bloom.
soccer and everything else and basketball. Did I not?
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
No,
Those were
seriously,
fun.
did I
You
not?
coach Bronson's fencing?
I fenced for like 1 month. I tried it. That's a cool thing.
You tried it.
not
Nothing
a
wrong
cool
with that.
thing.
You tried it.
You're so lame.
My point to the story before you guys were interrupting was we need to stop with people making them. We got to stop making people pussies. That's it, plain and simple.
Remember when you dropped the bowling ball? We were bowling and you dropped the bowling ball on my toe and broke it?
I do not remember that.
Really?
I remember the
do not
bowling
remember
ball.
that.
We like went to the ER. You dropped the bowling ball directly on my foot. It was an
I did.
accident. You didn't do it on purpose.
No, but I did that really. I
Yeah, and then we went
truly
to the
don't remember.
Actually, the only times I've ever gotten hurt were because of you and mom.
Lowe's mom's. Oh,
My eye. I have a scar right.
Child Protective Service is going to roll up to the house.
I have a scar on the
He's 25 now.
the corner of my right eye because I mean
see
this was
it.
also stupid of what I was doing. I was like 10 years old and I'm in the back seat of the car. Mom's
He's like a
driving.
dog. He's out in the back window.
No, I was chewing gum and I spit it out the window.
Oh my God,
which
you're
I
gonna
also
be
shouldn't
shamed
do.
for that.
I know I shouldn't
That's
do.
terrible.
So I spit it out the window and then I thought it like got caught on the side of the car. So I went to check. So I'm leaning over the window, leaning outside, and mom rolls the window back up. So then I got scared and it caught my skin and I pulled back too quickly and it like ripped my skin off. Yeah. So you and mom are the only ones. And my fucking, on my leg. I have a scar on my leg.
Don't worry, we made Disney pay for that shit.
I have a thick scar on my leg because when I was like 2 years old and we were in Colorado,
No, you were probably about 4 months old.
even worse.
And when he was our first child, and it's not that big of a deal.
I
And
still feel the trauma.
all right, this is a stupid fucking conversation. You're completely fine.
Every time I've gotten injured, it has been my fault and only my
Yeah,
fault.
that sounds about right. What do I
Fucking
Nachos sound unbelievable right now.
Nachos do sound good. How'd you think of that?
I don't know. It just like had this weird craving for nachos.
Oh, I'm having steak tonight. Steak last night. I shouldn't have done that 2 nights in a row.
Should we just go to Ale House
It'll be
instead
okay,
of
Dad. It'll be fine. No,
Steakhouse?
don't do
But I
this
had
to
a
me.
strip.
Don't
Now
do
I'm
this
gonna have a
to me.
fillet tonight. I had a strip. The
I'm
strip
trying
was
to do-
great, by the way.
It's a hard life.
No,
It's a
the
hard life.
strip steak was
Where'd you go?
fucking place called Avalon Atlantic, brand new.
Oh, yeah.
It was a private opening, so they served everything just to test the waiters and everything.
Free?
Fully fucking free.
What?
Oh yeah, fully.
How'd you get invited to?
We know people who know people. If I tell you, I have to kill you with my contacts. But I got to tell you this: you would.
It was good.
There was not one bite I left over in a strip, and you know it's always a bad piece for me.
I never leave.
No, I know. You eat the
even
fucking bone.
fat. No, what you do is you take.
There was no fat. It was
You
perfect.
when you get a ribeye, you take a piece of fat and you put it on a piece that doesn't have fat, and you eat that and it
Okay,
melts.
mine was a strip, I think. No, it was phenomenal and huge. I had to give a piece of it. I gave a piece about this big to Todd. That's how big it was. You would fucking love it. No, you would love it. Phenomenal.
I'm very not hungry. I'm like food
not hungry
horny
at all.
right now.
Food horny.
I'm horny.
You're horny. They're like food porn and you're
I
food
was
horny.
gonna
No,
say,
we
I was
understood
gonna
the
mix.
concept.
I was gonna mix horny and hungry and just say hungry.
Horngry.
Where did I go wrong?
The computer just completely crashed on me, so that's great. That's cool how that happened. I don't know.
A funny story from last night.
Yeah. While I boot the computer back up, I get my notes back.
Oh, there you go. You're good.
What's a funny story from last night?
Or should I tell them? I'll bring this conversation up. So Bronsen and I watched a body swapping video or movie the other night. The one with Vince Vaughn.
Called Freaky.
Freaky. He's a serial killer.
It's based on,
and he
No,
switches
it's not based on
bodies. He tries to kill this teenage girl, and they end up swapping bodies.
So now
she
he's
becomes
in
a
the-
serial killer, and his body is
No,
a
but
teenage girl.
now there's like a 17-year-old in the body of old serial killer man, and
was
there's a
good.
serial
It was
killer
a
in the
fun
body of
movie.
a 17-year-old
was a
girl who
fun
has to go to
movie.
high school.
Or is it
But-
a soup killer?
But
Cereal.
Nice.
Soup.
See that?
Not
you have to
bad.
watch the podcast to understand what we're
But
talking about.
in the movie, when you swap bodies, they always go to the friends and they try and convince, oh, it's me, relax. And they're screaming, and then they say something. They show them a handshake or something like that only those two people know, so they know it's them. Bronsen and I were talking, and we said,
What would ours be?
yeah, if we swap bodies with someone else, what would ours be? And I'll tell what mine is. Can I tell them?
Yeah.
So when this is just a funny story while I fixed the laptop. When
It's been fixed for 20 minutes, Bryce.
When I was like 8,
But you know that when a Bryce comes on an episode, it's going to be at least 20 minutes longer because Bryce is the worst at telling stories.
Yeah, he's like in band camp.
Listen, this is a great story.
When I was in band
When I was
camp?
8 or 9, Bronsen was probably 11 or 12. It was my birthday party, and I got this present where it was like a scavenger hunt board game, basically. And Bronsen and I were playing that night, and we were running around.
Dad's joking himself with the
Pull that
headphone
a
wire.
little bit tight if you don't mind.
Okay. And we were running around, and Mom said we had to go to bed at 8, and it was probably 7:50. And Bronsen's like, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. And I was like, no, we have 10 minutes left. We were so excited to play. I was like, no, 10 minutes. And Bronsen's like, okay. So Bronsen.
That was a little Asian. 10 minute.
So, yeah, don't say that.
10 minute.
And so, long story short, Bronsen, we're like crying of laughter playing this game.
We're just having so much fun with it.
And the clock strikes 8, and we come back with all of our items, and we're like, did you get everything? And Bronsen
I'm laughing so
he's
hard.
crying of laughter. And he's like, oh, my stomach hurts. And he's like, I think I pulled my pants. And he pulls down.
I shot myself.
He's wearing like pajama pants, no underwear, and there's just a pile of
come
poop
on,
just
Bryce.
sitting in
I
his
was
sweats.
I was also like 14.
And so
14's old.
No, I was probably 12.
You were 12.
I was laughing so hard that the poop came out.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I got it. No, everyone's got it. You don't have to explain it further.
So
We got it.
that was my way of knowing
That it's him.
You shot yourself when we were having a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And then mine was I was probably 10 and you were 7, younger.
Something like that.
Well, he couldn't be younger.
We were. I think you.
No, we're playing
I
frisbee
think you
with Uncle
misunderstood
Dave.
the story.
No, we're playing frisbee with Uncle Dave. I'm telling you.
My side of the story is that I threw the frisbee and it hit you in the tooth, and it like you had a gray tooth for
No.
a year because it
Is that
killed
when he
your
had the
tooth.
Hitler stash?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, our great uncle threw the frisbee
Naeem?
to me, and Bronsen pushed me to get it, and I fell and
Maybe that's what
landed
it is. I don't
on
like that
the
side.
sidewalk with my mouth open. I basically like curb stomped myself, and my tooth died, so my tooth turned black. And
So
then
cute.
I
You're like,
cut,
no.
I cut myself. What's this part of your body called? Like right above your lip.
Frenellum, I believe.
You're
Hold on.
such a loser. You're such a
You
loser.
better be
Right.
wrong. You better be
Wait.
fucking wrong. No, you better be wrong, or this podcast you
No,
change your
frenellum,
name.
a small fold or ridge of tissue that supports or checks the motion of the part to which it is attached. Oh, the frenellum is underneath.
Oh, stop doing fucking
The frenellum is underneath. What
All right, all right.
your gut
So,
is attached.
anyways,
All right.
Bronsen pushed me down.
I'm
and
so proud that you don't know it.
and
Do
I
not say it.
I cut
No, I
right
don't know
above
what
my
it's called.
lip, right under my nose, and then I also had like longish hair, and I had my orchestra pictures.
Great.
And
Hitler's son.
Mom literally would gel my hair.
Philtrum. I was
like-
close. It's called the
You're a
philtrum.
loser. Mom would gel my hair like Hitler's hair. I don't know why.
it's classic.
And I had a scab.
Well, it was a comb over. You had
I
a comb
had
over.
a scab right here.
Perfect
So
right
in my
here.
orchestra pictures, I'm wearing a white.
But like,
button
hi,
down,
Bryce is like this.
Sitting.
Someone's gonna take that picture
No,
out of
someone's
context.
gonna say, what was the joke we made? How old are you? 9.
Yeah.
No, but it's like Bryce is like.
Oh God, they're gonna screen grab that.
Okay,
You know, in Judaism, it's actually a really cool thing.
It's a great story that the Moyle
they
says,
say
right?
that I don't know what the Moyle says, but in Jewish
Moyle
tradition,
would
the
say it,
idea is that when you're like before you're birthed, your soul is all knowing because you're a part of God before you're born, right?
It's a frenulum before you're born.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Whatnot and Fenarius. It's all Fenarius and whatnot. That's what it is. See here.
Nefarious.
Nefarious.
Frenarius.
Okay.
Nefarious. Or nefarious.
It's not nefarious.
Both.
Nefarious.
Right. So in Jewish tradition, they say that your soul is all knowing, and then before you're born, the angels touch you there, and that's why there's an indentation, and that's when you lose all your knowledge of the universe, and so you're born as a blank slate.
Well, it's a very nice
and that's
story.
what that's what this is. It's where the angel touched you.
What about non-Jewish people? They're just born.
Everybody's touched
everyone-
by the Jewish angel.
Well, it's not a Jewish angel. The angels aren't Jewish.
No, they are. What? Nine.
What I'm
so
trying to think of
proud
what
you
I
didn't
want
know
to
what
bring
that
up
was
as the
called.
last topic.
No, I'm
Yes,
so
thank God.
I'm so proud.
You would never
Philtrum and Frenellum. I was very close.
You'd never be allowed to visit me at school again.
by the way,
You knew
I'm
that.
annoyed that I didn't know it. I'd never be able to visit you at school. Good.
Yeah,
Keep me away.
Yeah. 2 more months anyway. Go on.
People wanted us to talk about this conspiracy theory, and I guess we could talk about that. I also wanted to bring up quickly that I've been obsessed with GeoGuesser over the last couple weeks.
It's
What is
weird.
that?
I've been obsessed with it. GeoGuesser is this online game where it drops you in the middle. It
he
uses
doesn't
Google
play.
Maps. I play. Oh, and I'm good.
You're more obsessed with watching other people
I know.
play GeoGuessr.
Okay, so GeoGuesser is this
You're
game.
what's it called? You're an incel. You've become an incel.
I play as well. So GeoGuessr is a game where it uses Google Maps and it drops you in the middle of the world, random spot on a street in anywhere in the world.
But a real picture. Of
No,
it.
it's like using Google Maps and
Yeah,
it
so
drops
it's
you.
real.
Yes, and then you have to guess where you are, and you have to
guess.
Tells you how many miles you are from. You drop a pin where you think it is.
Okay.
And it tells you exactly how many miles you are from that.
So it's a game where it drops you in a random location, and you have to try to guess
Are there
where you
clues?
are. No, the only clue you can do is, so I'll show you what it looks like. So we'll play.
you should have linked this up to the TV.
Well, I'll show people. So
that looks like Africa.
So it dropped us here. See, I initially am thinking
that's-
South America.
I think that's Africa.
So look, the clues you can use, or you can do this. Okay, so there's English, war on drugs, President Rodrigo Duterte. Oh, it's Philippines.
So that's
the
it. That's the game.
So
right
now
there.
I'm going to guess the Philippines.
But now he has to choose where in the Philippines it is.
Right. So now I go to the Philippines, but I mean, look how large the Philippines. I'm going to go to Manila. Let's see.
No.
This is cool.
I'm going to
games.
guess in
Not
Manila. I was 302 miles away, but I was in the right country.
Yeah, I think that's very
Okay,
cool.
so I've been
game.
obsessed
and
with
that's
it. But then,
and you go log back on its different location.
no, that was, yeah.
Well, you
so
get
like
like 10 questions and you get a total score. And the
play
computer-
next round, and now it's dropping us in a new place. This looks British to me right away.
Totally.
I was going to say like somewhere in Europe.
No, that's England.
Yeah,
Somewhere
it's
in
got it.
London, England.
Okay, so anyways,
I think that's cool.
This game's like all the rage now, but there's this guy called GeoWizard who streams he plays it and he streams when he
So you
plays it.
watch him.
And he's this British guy, and Dad,
He's
he'll
amazing.
literally, they'll drop him here and go, oh, this is Leeds, England. Boom. Does it. And then
So it's a lot. You can hear him.
I'll show you a video of his dad.
Like it's like a little thing of him in the bottom and then the maps in the back.
Dad, he literally will be dropped in the middle of a road in the desert. And I'll be like, oh, Mongolia. Boom.
How does he know this?
And
Did he have a separate computer?
No,
that
No, he just like he knows like what the landscapes of every place looks like, building
But
structure.
to know
and then if he doesn't,
I'll show you a video of his. It's absolutely insane. And I can't stop watching it. I've watched hours a day of him
It's weird.
playing
It is
GeoGuessr.
cool though.
So let's see.
it's a great concept for a game.
Panky in a toilet.
So they dropped him down here.
I don't know. Ang Kutan Barang. It sounds Indonesian or Malaysian, if my memory serves.
So this is a random
Like a
village.
religious building, doesn't it? Looks nice. So I'm gonna go.
Where's he saying? The Philippines?
Or Indonesia.
I'm gonna go in this island, Sumatra. And how about Padang? Let's go near Padang because it sounds a bit like places we've looked at. This could be an awful score. This could be a chance for you to get a head start.
That's
my
absurd.
He was 1 mile away.
Oh my
That's
God.
He was 1,000 yards away.
Away.
Literally, and Dad, he does it time after time again.
I don't think it's Paris.
He hates Mexico. He gets screwed with Mexico every
Yeah.
time.
I'm going to go Leon.
Oh, it's the guy in the upper left corner?
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Look,
where
watch.
I think it's
So he doesn't move. He does no moving around or zooming. He'll just have the picture up.
Back Street in Leon.
So he guessed France and now Lyon. And now he's going to a street.
I don't know. Oh my God.
1,000 yards away.
Thank you.
Jeez.
He has no life.
Right, next one.
Unbelievable.
No life.
Well,
Look, how's he going to guess this? Okay.
1 minute, quiet, 1 minute.
Wait.
One minute, 1 minute.
For people who are just listening, he's on a random road and it's just
No, there's-
trees around
there's
him.
no fucking way.
There's no civilization around him.
There's no
Dad,
fucking way. 1
he
minute.
has no life, or is it worse that Bronsen has no life watching you?
I
do
see how
this?
it's addictive.
Can't stop watching.
Yeah,
On
well,
the right.
Wait.
He moves.
Yeah, I guess in this one he's moving.
Australia then because of this sign being on the left, but no, driving on the right. USA.
It's got to be
Let's
America.
go.
yeah, it is.
That car.
He said,
California. It feels like where we drove through, Verity. Sierra Nevada, something like that. Let's go there. Oh!
Wow.
60 miles away,
Right.
he guessed. How would you ever, in all of America,
He has a lot of followers?
Forest. Oh, yeah, he's huge now. But he's not the best on the game. He's been trying to get onto the leaderboard. There are people who are
I
better than
think
him.
he's consistently the best.
wow.
He's
It's
having the
such a
highest
good
score.
game. Like I can't
Wow.
stop. I can't stop
Well, you
playing
need to-
and watching.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
great.
It's absurd.
So that's been a very important thing in my life the past couple of weeks. So I figured I'd bring it up on the podcast.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Why
You're
is that
welcome.
There if I, can't
I don't want
put
your foot on there.
You can put your foot on there. I wasn't
put your
going
foot
to
on
use
there.
it.
Who's more in charge of the podcast?
Do not put your foot on there.
Okay.
Who is
It's
more in
Dad.
charge of the podcast? It's a partnership.
It's a partnership.
We all know who really is.
We all know the fucking talent.
Right. We all know who's
We all
really
know
in charge.
looks. We know everything.
All right, I'll close this computer and let's see how. Let's see
Okay,
what
then
you
I
get
go
going
back
with.
to my life and I practice law. And my
No,
day
I'm
doesn't change.
saying if the podcast, a whole episode was
do we wanna
hosted by
really
you,
go,
not
do
me.
we want to really go down this road?
Okay.
Because I can pay somebody to do what you're doing.
GeoGuesser would be able to.
You couldn't pay someone to do what I'm doing. It's all in us.
It's us.
It's us.
Right. Are we breaking it off already? We going solo?
I'm basically Jamie.
I'm sorry. When did you get here, Bryce? No, come.
You're basically Jamie. What
Jamie
have
who?
you
Who's Jamie?
from on Joe Rogan?
I don't know who that is. Who's Joe Rogan? Okay.
Nice one, Dad.
All right, so I want to bring up this conspiracy theory, which actually isn't even a
Oh
conspiracy
shit! We
theory.
got a couple minutes before we got to go for dinner. 6:30 something.
It's 6:30
Yeah.
right now.
And we have to leave here at 1:15. And we got to change.
I guess. I'm
Okay, so then let's go.
How long?
No,
what's this about?
let's go eat.
Let's scratch
I'm
the
hungry.
issue.
Let's scratch the issue.
Yeah, scratch the surface.
Hey, to the issue. Scratch it.
You're an idiot.
All right, so Bronny, we are. All right, so I guess we're gonna end it. Wrap it up.
Yeah, let's.
We're
go
going
eat, I
live
guess.
this week.
We'll do it in live.
We're going live.
I love
Yes.
that. Isn't it great the way we do that? Okay, so and we're gonna post the one with Mom this week, possibly.
We got the mom episode coming out. Possibly, yes, it's coming out
That's
for
gonna
sure.
get neck pains because he looks at you the whole time. And then he keeps,
It's a weird angle. It's really not set up that great for 3 people. So
it's not, and like this arm and stuff.
So I got to move back. I can't.
Well,
go
it's
like
usually
this.
not 3 people. It's usually
right. So
two.
I just trying to be a little bit, to go back to my neck issues. All right. What else? Anything else?
No.
Brycey Boo, anything else before you go back to school tomorrow?
Nope. Thanks for having me.
You're
We
welcome.
love you, Brycey. I wish you weren't going back to school tomorrow. It's a bummer.
Yeah, why are you going back?
Yeah. Why are you
Like,
going
go
back?
to school.
You go to school for 1 hour a week?
One class of
3
the
hours a week.
semester. You could have graduated last semester, but you just wanted to
Because
grab
I
the
want
time.
to be at school,
I get it. I'm fine
and
with
I
that.
have one more semester left, and
I get it. I understand that, but you could stay a couple more days home.
I'll have plenty of time home. I'll be back.
No, I don't
We were
want you
saying
home
today-
that much.
I love school, but I am excited to start my life. Like once I graduate. We were saying Miami's going to be sick.
Yeah, you're thinking of moving to Miami, or you're planning on it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. I'd love you
Thanks, I
to
appreciate
be in South Florida. It'd be awesome.
All right, everyone.
All right, again, guys, I say this every time. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate all the love, the support. genuinely, sincerely, from the bottom of our hearts, we cannot thank you guys enough for helping us grow, for listening and following, and all your great positive comments and your questions and your just everything. We're very, 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 very appreciative, and we love it. We talk about it all the time. The questions we talk about, you guys as the listeners and our followers, and we're gonna go live this week as well. Bronsen, right? We'll set it
On
up.
TikTok.
We'll let you know when we go
And
live.
Insta.
And
Talk about artwork or no?
and just keep following and let your friends know, and we appreciate everything. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
All right.
Love you, Brycey. Ron, love you, buddy.
Love you too.
And we'll see you guys soon. Okay. All right. Bye. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.